Avoids the check here, but Kreider on his knees comes away with it. Mullane coming in now. Pat Mullane fakes it, looking wide. Short-handed bid, he scores! Pat Mullane gets his 4th goal of the season, and a short-handed goal gives BC the first lead of the night.
Well, penalty killing is all about hard work, sacrifice, and good decisions. Kreider's just going to attack the puck, go right through your man. He does that on Escobedo, and he stays with the play, kept it moving forward. Mullane didn't vacate. He stays with it. This is a nice little pump fake. Fake the shot, keep your feet moving, steps around to Castro.
Good pressure from Mullane.
Oh, this is a nice steal right at the defensive blue line by Gaudreau, and then the recognition to take off. Hayes finds open space through the neutral zone. Prior to trailing the play, they try to find him coming late. But this is the way BC wants to play. They want to dictate pace. The speedy Whitney able to dive through his check. It's inside to Castro. Mullane doesn't sweep that puck far enough away from the front of the net. Whitney gets a backhander away.
One storyline we're going to be watching here as we go on. BC has won 10 of 12 faceoffs in this game so far. But not out. Penalty at an end. We're back to even strength. 5-on-5. Nieto. Chiasson. Milner makes a big save. His best of the night. The scramble out front. Dumoulin settles down.
Well, he's going to try to pull his puck from his backhand to his forehand to try to tuck it in. But Sid comes all the way back down. That's a good non-penalty call. Stick on stick, and then there's momentum, body contact. That's a clean play and a big defensive play to keep this a 1-0 game in favor of BC. Gets in the middle part of the offensive zone where you have a lot more options. Gets his shot through. There's Chiasson with the redirect. Puck actually bounces. Good concentration. Able to track that puck. Milner
was the MVP. Now they're looking for the equalizer. Nieto over the left side. Score! Garrett Noonan, a power play goal. We're tied at 1.
Well, you just had the feeling that BU was pretty comfortable in this game here this evening. 1-0. They've managed it well. They've had a more thorough game tonight than they did in round 1 or their game during the week, and they score on the power play. A well-executed play. Work the puck to the middle, get it to the flank, and find the defenseman cruising in off the weak side. Beautiful pass play. Noonan receives the puck before Milner can get across. Elevates it under the crossbar.
Hayes looking. The shot sails wide. Gaudreau takes it away. First penalty rather. Comes to an end as Noonan is out of the box. Puck comes to Kreider. He scores! It's a 5-on-4 power play, and the Boston College Eagles regain a 1-goal lead.
Agree or disagree with the penalty calls, you got to stay out of the penalty box. You can't continue to go shorthanded against the BC Eagles, especially with their offense rolling the way it is right now at this point in the season. Connolly had an opportunity maybe to make a play along the wall. It wasn't there. Gaudreau tried to make a play to the front of the net. Connolly tried to reverse. Can't execute. Gaudreau with the steal. And Kreider playing that right point. He walks down to that slot area. That kid's got some skills. He can definitely shoot the puck. That drag snapshot off the back leg, short side high over the glove.
Clendening plays it over to the far side. Shot goes wide, and it's taken by Noonan. Noonan up to Chiasson up top. Clendening thought about the shot. Now Noonan banks it off the goalie. A power play goal. We are tied at 2 in the 3rd. Noonan gets his 2nd power play goal of the game from Boston University.
And if you're the Terrier coaching staff, this is where your timeouts pay off. You talk about what you're trying to do in the 5-on-3. Yes, you work on it in practice, little reminder, maybe a little adjustment, and it's that rotation on the wide side by Noonan the defenseman and Chiasson the forward that allows this passing lane to open up from Clendening to Noonan. Noonan the defenseman on that rotation with Chiasson rotates out high. Play, Escobedo makes the steal, but BC gets it right back. Whitney goes for the long drive, knowing he has Almeida right at the top of the crease. Mullane gets a good look at it, aggressive, good push to get to the top of the paint, and snares it with the glove. What an opportunity for BC. The mistake, third man high, trying to attack. Can't do that. You're in trouble now. Whitney able to stop this rush. Find Almeida. Trailer coming late is Arnold. Opportunity. Milan with the stop. And then BU, opposite end. Little wrist shot from the point. There was a rebound there.
Up top for Dumoulin. It sails by everybody, but Patrick Wade keeps it in. Dumoulin again. Waits. Shoots. Oh, save! Kieran Milan, and he keeps the Beanpot going.
Great patience by Dumoulin out high. Had that stick in the slap shot position. Jason lays out. Dumoulin waits. Allows the lane to open up off that far post. Rips it by Jason, by Connolly, but not by Milan. Milan's able to get it. Left pad extended. Glove above the left pad. He's going to stand in there. Here's a look at the first one. Doesn't handle the pass cleanly, but as a result, maybe a little bit more time for traffic. The overhead beats Milan to the outside blocker side, but hits the outside of the post and stays out. Here's a look at the second little spin move. Glendening just kind of standing his ground. Able to
taken out by Connolly. Connolly keeps possession. He curls back in front. Nieto is robbed there by Milner, who hasn't been as busy as Kieran Milan, but every save just as important.
Now, what a great effort by the BU captain. Chris Connolly's going to protect this puck, spin off his check. Hayes, the breakdown in coverage cross, rotating back through the crease. Well, that leaves Nieto open short side.
Laid out to center ice by Sahir Gill. Tries to get around Dumoulin. Dumoulin just poked the puck away at the last moment. And now the Eagles have a chance. Whitney finds Arnold. They score! Bill Arnold gets his lucky 13th goal of the season. And it's a Beanpot hat trick for the Boston College Eagles, who have won the Beanpot 3 straight years.
Counterattack offense by the BC Eagles. Sahir thought he had an opportunity. That was denied. BC on the counterattack. Basically a 4-on-3. That's well executed. Double net drive. Patience by Whitney. Arnold coming late. Dumoulin up ice. Along with Almeida. That leaves Arnold the open man coming late. That's a beautiful wrist shot. Short side high. Inside the post. Under the crossbar. Over the glove. The euphoria for the BC Eagles. 3 straight Beanpot champions.
The sophomore out of Needham, Mass, and the U.S. National Development Team has made it 4 Beanpots in 5 years for Boston College.